It's time for high school football. I'm Jeff Porsche, welcoming you to Griffin Field in Geismar for tonight's Rev game of the week between the Dutchtown Griffins and the Santa Maria Gators. Before we talk about tonight's game, let's send it to Megan Mercer with Rev, who is standing by with J.C. Gill, Director of Community Services for the Price LeBlanc Pace Center in Gonzales, to tell us more about their first upcoming Fall Fest.
Thanks, Jeff. So, JC, tell me you've been in this role for a little over a year. Tell us what it's been like. What's the past year been like for you?
Yeah, the Pace Center has been exploding. We have an array of events. We've had a jazz concert that was open to the public. We did a movie summer series this summer. But we have so many private events as well. So we can handle your weddings. We can handle your day conferences, your nonprofit events and galas. And your dance recitals, really anything that you're looking to have. We're happy to host you at the Pace Center.
So I know you guys have your first annual Fall Fest coming up. Share with us the details of that.
We do. We're so excited at the City of Gonzales. We are hosting our first annual City of Gonzales Fall Fest. It is at the Pace Center. We've got everything from trunk or treating inside, where our local businesses and nonprofit friends are going to contribute and participate. Everything to entertainment outside. We've got Jamel Richardson, who is blues. We've got a pumpkin patch sponsored by Louisiana Nursery. And we've even got a vendor market outside as well that you can come and shop and see all of our local friends, our Ascension friends who sell craft goods and items. So we're so excited. That is October 27th from noon to 4 p.m. at the Pace Center.
And this is a free event for the public?
Completely free. This is a free event for you and your family to come enjoy and hopefully have some wonderful weather outside at the Pace Center.
Awesome. So tell us what else you have going on.
We've got a slew of events this fall. We've also brought back, which we're very excited about, Music in the Park. We just had our first installment with Joel Jones and the 3MC this past weekend, but people can look forward to the Michael Foster Project for our October installment on October 20th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And that's the Michael Foster Project. And then we've also got Downbeat Louisiana November 17th. And all of these are in Jambalaya Park. Again, free to the public, free to residents, free to the community. We're super excited about that as well.
Awesome. And then where would people go if they need to find more information?
Yeah, follow us on our Facebook, City of Gonzales, Louisiana 70737, or we have all of this up on our main website as well, gonzalesla.com. And then for any events happening at the Pace Center, PriceLeBlancPaceCenter.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, JC, for joining us here for tonight's game. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me.
So that's it for us here on the field. Coming up next is the Rev Game of the Week.
It's game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up, raise the bar, go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed, high-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana, all backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete change-out and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Title.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche, and we are in Dutchtown for tonight's game between the Santa Maria Gators and the Dutchtown Griffins. And when we look at Santa Maria, their record on the season has changed from 1-2 to 2-1, and that is because we just got word over the last 30 minutes that Kennedy High School has forfeited their first 3 wins of the season because of eligibility issues. So that now becomes a win for Santa Maria. That's why they're 2-1, and the Griffins are 4-0. And I'm Jeff Porsche, and Coach Swack joined me there for a second, and it's good to have us, the two of us, back here tonight. And we can take this time maybe and look at what we're going to look for tonight as far as the two teams go.
Well, you know, the big thing when you say eligibility problems, you know, it could be a number of things. But here we go, Dutchtown. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, I didn't help the cause any on the Santa Maria side, but I sure did help Benny Say and the Dutchtown folks. All-time Dutchtown 14-5. They've met every year since 2005. Of course, the COVID year shut everybody down, so you don't have one there. Dutchtown has won 10 straight games as a winning streak, and Santa Maria's won with Coach Oliver 3 straight games. So you see the dates and times there. You see the points scored. 578 to Dutchtown, 408 for Santa Maria, and basically 4 touchdowns to 3. Is the differential between the two teams with Dutchtown in the lead.
And we're about 10 minutes away from the start of tonight's game. And in the background there, you can see the inflatable where the Griffins are going to come through their tunnel. And the Santa Maria Gators are lined up just running through their drills on the right side of the field. It's a clearing night. You can see some blue skies. Now, it rained about 2 or 3 times in the mid-afternoon, so the field is going to be a little bit slick, but we should have good weather conditions and not much wind out here, so it should be a nice game here tonight. And so when we look at these two teams, let's move on and take a look at the two coaches who are going to meet tonight, and this is not their first head-to-head matchup. On the Santa Maria side, you got Coach O, David Oliver, and he's been the coach for 17 years now, and so he's 103-70 in his career, winning as coach in Santa Maria, and there you had that 5-11 record against Dutchtown.
And that's everybody in the state. It kind of goes that way. Dutchtown has had a long line of beating a lot of good teams in this state. And having good seasons right there. Mistretta's been here. Guy Mistretta's been here since 2017. And, of course, 8 years in, 53-27 on the record. And, of course, 4-2 against the Gators.
Now you can see in the background there, the Dutchtown sound is beginning to take the field. And so we are close to the point where the Dutchtown Griffins are going to come out, and you see what they call the flight crew now, the boys crew with the flags, and you have the Griffin girls and the cheerleaders right there, and so they're going to bring the team onto the field shortly. But while we have some time, we can take a look at what happened last week. And you see the scores right there, one of our games of the week here on Rev, and you did that game. Dutchtown 49, Prairieville nothing. I watched that game from the field. I took the week off last week and let you guys take care of it. Santa Maria had that last-second comeback win. They were down a lot, and then they came back and beat Scotlandville by a score of 39-38. And then when you look at the records, and we have to make that one correction for Santa Maria, they're in the middle right there, 1-2, but with the forfeit by Kennedy, they are now 2-1 on the season. Walker is now 4-1 and 2-0 on the season. They played 2 games already in district, and that's because last night they played Prairieville, and they won that game over in Walker. Dutchtown's trying to move to 2-0. Denham Springs is 1-0, and then you have Santa Maria playing their first district game tonight.
You know, people might say, well, who's favored? Well, who's favored? They're all favored. You know, Prairieville's probably in the tank, but I'm going to just tell you, no telling what might happen, because you have the 3 teams from Livingston Parish, and you have 3 out of the 4 teams from Ascension Parish, and I believe on any given night, anybody can win those games, and maybe possibly all 6 of them get into the playoffs.
And this is the second week in a row that Dutchtown has been featured on the Rev game of the week. Actually, the 3rd week in a row, because we were here 2 weeks ago, Pat Email and I, with the homecoming game against Collegiate Baton Rouge, and then last week you guys had the Dutchtown Prairieville game, and so this is our 3rd time here this season covering the Griffins, and they looked really good last week. Of course, you were talking about Prairieville, and it's hard to tell because Prairieville is still a starting program, but what did you see that you liked last week?
But I'm going to just tell you, Jeff, I strongly encourage everybody that is a fan of football or sports or whatever, get out and watch Prairieville. Take a look at their facility. It is second to none in the state of Louisiana. I'm telling you, it is really nice. And, you know, they have some good things to look forward to in the future. And them and their coaches are doing an outstanding job over there.
Santa Maria, you talk about them, and they had that dramatic win. They were down early to Scotlandville, came back all the way back and won that game, and then we just got word over the last half hour. I don't even know if Coach O has even heard about it yet, or the kids have heard about it, but now they have an extra win with that forfeit against Kennedy. You saw them play once. This is the first time I'm seeing them. Of course, they lost Jermichael Million, and that's a big loss as you see Dutchtown getting ready to come out to the field. But do they still have a shot at making a run with even without Jermichael Million?
You know, there's no doubt. You know, you have the theory or the philosophy, next man up or whatever. You know, the next man's not going to be Jamaica, okay? But it is going to be someone that is very, very capable of making plays. And, I just think good things can happen because, you know, this is not the playoffs are not starting next week. You know, you're barely halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And let's just see what happens. You got some big games coming up. Live Oak. You got Walker next week with the Gators.
Right.
And then the week following that, you got the Spartans. And so it's going to be some outstanding football. I just love this district for all the sports, for here in Ascension Parish and in Livingston Parish.
So the JROTC is heading out to the field, so we're probably close to both teams coming out, and you see Dutchtown, we're just waiting for them right now. On the far side of the field, you have Santamon, and they're kind of in their huddle. I'm probably going through their team prayer and final coaches talk, and they're going to come in from the right side to the middle, and the Santamon Gator side is sold out, as you might expect, and of course this is going to be a big crowd tonight for the Dutchtown Griffins. Maybe some people thought about staying home because of the weather, but it's great weather now, and you can watch it here as you see the Dutchtown Griffins come out to the field first, and you see the LED light display in full effect here at Griffin Field.
Well, back in the day, you turn those lights off, you might wait 30 minutes for them to come back on.
Look at the visitors, too.
It's unbelievable. I keep telling people what Ascension Parish has done for the athletic program and in the academics program in our parish, and it's unreal. Like 17 schools have been built since 1985. Good job right here by our parish.
And now we're going to get to the prayer, alma mater, and national anthem that will be presented by the Dutchtown Sound.
High School, who's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and a member of the soccer team.
Please bow your heads. Lord, we come before you today to just fast in a game that we love, Lord. We pray your protection over every single player, every single coach, every single referee, and every single member of our sports medicine team, and just everyone in this stadium right now, Lord. We pray that these players can play to the best of their ability, honoring you and just playing to the intensity that they have, Lord. We just pray over everyone that needs healing, Lord, from injuries or anything, Lord. We pray, we thank you for every Friday night opportunity that we get. We love you, Lord, and we praise you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem in Dutchtown alma mater, brought to you by the Dutchtown Sound.
The Dutchtown Sound with the national anthem and the alma mater, and they will now leave the field, and we are going to get ready for the coin toss, which will be handled on the field by a couple of members of the camera crew. And so you see Dutchtown, the home team tonight, and they're wearing all black. We're used to Dutchtown wearing purple, or maybe Santa Ma wearing black. If you aren't paying attention tonight, make sure that you realize that the team wearing black tonight is Dutchtown. That's kind of their secondary uniforms, what they're going to wear tonight. And the visiting, they always wear their whites. And so you got the black pants with the white shirts and the black numbers for the visiting Santa Ma Gators. Yeah. And you see the captains are now headed to the field. I see Josh Lewis, Thomas Pierce, Dylan Champagne, and Christian Gotro on the Dutchtown side, and then you have Reed Mayers, and then you have Caleb Ricks on the Santa Ma side, and that's what's going to be your captains tonight. And you see a great field shot of the coin toss.
So my thought here, Dutchtown wins the toss.
Okay, be leaders.
They're going to defer.
Teammates can't.
That would be, because defensively they've been pretty
you
good
help
for
them,
a
right?
number of years.
You're the visiting team. You're gonna call it in the air. Okay, we got a zebra's tail and we have a zebra's head. Can you see it? The head and the tail. They call it in the air. Okay. What did he call? Tails. It is a tail. Okay. You want the ball. Okay. Which way you want to kick? From the clock? All right. Okay. Okay, White won the toss.
We have the Gators winning the toss, and they have chosen to receive. So we're going to have them working from from right to left, and Dutchtown will be working from left to right. You see our camera operators down on the field getting that great shot.
This goes all the way up to the NFL. It's just a matter of, if your defensive coaches or players come to you and says, Coach, let's defer to the second half, man. We are going to get after them. And, if you should win the toss, are you going to trust, your kids? Most of the time, some head coach of their offense, we're going on offense first, So it's a variety of things that could happen. And basically, it's just a guessing game.
Well, the traditional kind of scenario is you take the ball first because you want to score first. Kind of that new scenario is that you defer and you take the ball in the second half because you could wind up with the option of getting the ball last in the first half and getting the ball first in the second half, which gives you back-to-back series and a chance to maybe get 2 possessions and some extra points on the board before your opponent's offense even takes the field. So to kick, to do the honors for the Dutchtown Griffins, you have number 96, Corbin Roussel. He's a 2-sport player, plays soccer for the Griffins as well. And you're going to get a little short kickoff, taken at about the 25 by the Gators, and they find a hole and gets all the way to the 40-yard line before he's taking down, and I believe that's Klucher, number 7, and yes, it is. And so for the offense, for the Santa Ma Gators on offense, they're going to be led by Cooper Babin. And you see in the backfield Tyree Williams, Timothy Johnson, Caven Taylor, Reed Mayers, Connor Darr, and in the line, McNabb, Thornton, Kling, Palacios, and Baxter. On the next play, we will get to the defensive starters as you get a handoff for a loss. He loses a yard, and so it's going to bring up second down. Let's look at Dutchtown now on defense. And you have the 3-man line, Osborne, Oluwade, and Lewis, Miles, Christie, Smith, and Rentz at linebacker, and then the cornerbacks Lathan Riley and Kobe Harris. Safeties, Thomas Pierce and Christian Pierre. We're just underway here at Griffin Field. No score. It's second down and 11 for the Gators.
And that 3-man line could easily be converted to a 4-man front, where you have multiple fronts in your playbook.
Second and 11. And Babin gives it up ahead, and it's going to get about maybe 4 on the carry. It's going to bring up third down and about 7 for the Gators. Number 35 on the carry, and that's Jordan Hickerson for the Gators.
Well, I think Coach Seth Babin, offensive coordinator, you need to take advantage of this situation, get a nice little return towards the middle of the field, and now you put into a 3rd and 8 situation, or a long 7.
And Dutchtown drops back into coverage. They're looking left. They're looking deep. And it is incomplete. And that's one-on-one coverage, literally. The intended receiver was Caven Taylor, number 1, and the DB, Lathan Riley. And he has good coverage, and it's going to bring up 4th down for Santa Ma.
Hey, you got a vertical right there down the sidelines and about a 10-yard out. You can go either route right there. Well-thrown ball. Good job defensively by Dutchtown and knocking that ball away at the last second.
And Lathan Riley makes a good play on defense. He's back to receive the punt, and it's away, and it's a line drive. He may be able to do something with it. He's at the 24, and he falls, and this is where we can tell you once again, it's rained a lot this afternoon. You had 2 good downpours, one at about 3:30 and then one at about 5 o'clock. So the Griffins get it 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, and we're going to look at Dutchtown's offense before we get the first play.
Look, Jeff,
we got Champagne at quarterback, Langevin at running back, and then you have Fields, Mayu, Rogers, and Hedden, the receivers. Offensive line, Matthew Travis, England Phillips, Aiden Gaho, Dawson Davis, and Christian Gautreau. First down from the 30. We'll get the defensive starters after this play. This is Langevin, and he busts ahead for about 5. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Let's look at the Santa Ma Gators defensive starters. Then you got Carpenter, Davis, and Abear on the line. Then Sal Zarullo, Watley, Williams, and Dykes at linebacker. Ricks and Brown at corner. Millette and Dunn at safety. 2nd and 5.
You got 3 receivers to the wide side of the field.
This is Langevin, and it's going to be 3rd down. He's going to be stopped after a gain of about 2. So good job by the left side of the Santa Ma Gators defense to see number 40 in there making the tackle, Wesley Dykes, junior outside linebacker.
Basically running your Gator defense is going to be
got a 4-man front right now. 4 down linemen.
Jay Dykes, my correction there.
Man in motion. And it's going to be Langevin, and he's got the first down, I think, by about half a yard if they give him forward progress just past the 40.
Well, anytime you look at that situation, you always look to the sideline. The headline judge is going to be where the down box and the chains are. And right off the bat, he's going to know where first down is, and he's waving those guys on, basically saying that's a first down.
8:45 left to go in the first. No score. First drive for Dutchtown. And had it in his hands. That was Mayo. And it's going to go incomplete. And so a big break right there for the Gators as they can't come up with the catch. Intended receiver was Rylan Mayo.
Nice call there by Janis, Coach Janis, the offensive coordinator for Dutchtown. And nice throw of Champagne in there. Right in, it just barely missed on the target.
And he's going to go that way again, and it's caught close to a first down. It's going to depend on the spot. That's Martell Rogers, number 9. And it's right at the first down marker, and let's see if what they decide right here. It is a first down for the Griffins, so now they're on the Santa Ma side of the field with a 1st and 10.
Good stuff, a little RPO where you have the option to basically hand the ball off or throw that little slant route.
Handoff to Langevin, and he's taken down from behind by number 32, Jeremy Watley, from that left outside linebacker position. That's going to be a gain of 1, second and 9.
Wesley Dykes doing a good job driving that ball carrier back a little bit, lessening that offensive power on that play to less than a yard.
We're about 4 minutes in, second down, looking left again. That's Rogers, the intended receiver, and you're going to get a pass interference call against number 8, Gerard Brown, the senior defensive back for the Gators.
Well, let's watch this one again, and Champagne does a good job of throwing the ball, not so much easing that ball in there. He puts a little heat on it right there and is right on target when he's throwing there. With the penalty, that's a first down for Dutchtown.
Ball's at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Griffins. No score. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you here tonight from Griffin Field. Shotgun. Handoff, new back in the game, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to be pushed back about a yard shy of the first down. Number 32, Hayden Becknell, with the carry for the Griffins.
And number 5 for the Gators, Caleb Ricks, with the tackle on the outside.
So they're going to say 8 on the carry. And you see number 7 in the backfield. That's Carter Hedden. And play fake. And enough for a first down, but there's a flag on the play after the reception made by Carter Hedden. So let's see what they call right there.
Well, Jeff, basically when the umpire, which is located right over the ball but about 7 yards deep where the linebackers are, a little bit deeper. Whenever he makes the call, he's observing all of the holding situations, and that's exactly what got called. Creates a 2nd and 11 situation.
So they got the first down, but it's not going to stand. And so Hedden stays in the backfield with Champagne in the backfield. You get 3 receivers on the right side, ball at the left hash. Shotgun looking left all the way, and you got contact downfield, no flag, incomplete. Pass too long for the intended receiver, and I believe that was Andrew Fields, number 2.
You know, so far what I've seen, Champagne looks like he's very, very accurate. The Gators look like they're doing a very good job as far as coverage. Some of the balls have just been thrown in the right spot at the right time. So it's going to be interesting to see, because when you look across right here, defensive back-wise, it's one-on-one all the way across the field here.
3rd and 11 for the Griffins. Play fake. Looking right now, and you got the deep receiver open. Mayo can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Boy, what a play right there by number 30, Jaquan Gordon, coming from his safety position and knocking that ball out at the last second over Raylan Mayo.
And it's 4th down, and it looks like they're going to try a 52-yard field goal with Roussel. Coach, you were talking about it earlier. They tried one during warm-ups. It was a little bit short, but not by much. And this one's going to be well short, and it's going to be taken, but the receiver slips, and again, it's that wet turf.
Well, right, just let the ball go, because this is a kicking game, and anything that's kicked in the end zone it cannot be returned. You can return a interception, you can return a fumble, but nothing in the kicking game can be returned.
So Dutchtown is unsuccessful on the field goal attempt on their first drive. Coach, the last 2 games that Dutchtown's played, they've had some easy games against Collegiate and against Prairieville where they didn't play stiff competition compared to them. And now they're playing a tough team like Santa Maria. How do teams usually react when they get a couple of games like that? under their belt?
Well, you know, I'm just not real sure, you know, just what everybody's philosophy is, but mine is, all right, here we are, we're playing Prairieville. And not to say anything negative towards them, but guys, if we're supposed to win 50-0, and I'm not talking about just the offensive part, I'm talking about the defensive part too. We have to be really good in the kicking game. Then that's what we need to do tonight.
Right. 2nd and 8 now. That was a 2-yard gain on first down for the Gators. And play fake. And they're going to go up the middle, and it's wide open and caught. First down for the Gators. Big catch by number 18, Reed Mayers. And a first down of the night for the Gators.
And the play-action pass. Watch it, the play-action pass. Watch the linebackers take a step forward, and then the receiver right there splitting the backers there for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40. Santa Maud trying to make a drive here and run ahead for about 4 yards. And that was number 35, Hickerson, on the carry. And, Coach, Santa Maud's played some tough competition. They played against Byrd. They played against Kennedy. They played against Scotlandville. Does that make them ready maybe a little bit more for a team like Dutchtown?
Well, you know, I think Coach Oliver says, you know, that we feel like that's what we needed, definitely, and that's what they got. Bird's got 1 loss on the year. So let's just see what happens, because district is here now.
And the direct snap, and that's Hickerson. He's going to get the first down. He's got a lot more. To the 35, to the 30, maybe to the 31. Let's see where the spot is, but that's a good direct snap.
It was amazing in the secondary. Everybody's looking around. Dickerson just kind of gets out of there, and everybody's turning and say, "Whoa, did they throw the ball?" And very good job of Dickerson as far as picking up the first down and maybe 25 yards on that play.
So they're going to say he's down at the 32. So 1st and 10. And Santa Maud has their best field position of the night. And on first down, stood up by the defensive line. And you see number 20 making the tackle right there, Chad Christie, in the backfield. So Hickerson loses a yard at 2nd and 11. 8 minutes into the first quarter, no score. Dutchtown hosting Santa Maud. So Hickerson in the backfield with Babin.
Well, you got a little cushion on the Santa Maud sideline with the cornerback and the wide receiver. Just depends what coverage they're playing, who's going to cover that short.
And the little quick pass, trying to get it to Caven Taylor and give him some space, but it's incomplete as he kind of bounced it to him.
Well, Jeff, you see that play all over the TV screen nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, everybody at the college level, they're looking at it as a running play, and they're also looking to see, will the receivers block? And if they do, you have athletes catching that ball out there, even at the NFL level.
3rd and 11. Shotgun, Babin, pressure, maybe trying to set up the screen, and you got contact in the backfield with Hickerson, and I believe that's Rentz, number 26, but that was behind the line of scrimmage. And so that's going to bring up 4th down, no flag. You see right there, you see where the flag was, where the marker is for 3rd down. That pass was thrown to a receiver who was behind that marker. They were trying to set up the screen, but Dutchtown did a good job stuffing it out.
And Babbitt did a very good job of delaying contact, just overthrew it a little bit. But it was well covered by Dutchtown also.
And they're going for it on 4th down, and they got a receiver open downfield, and he gets it, and he scores. Big catch by number 2, Timothy Johnson Jr., and Santa Maud strikes first.
And if you look at this, Johnson just runs by. This is something that Dutchtown has been able to just dominate people in the secondary with the speed game. And right there, Johnson did a heck of a job. Nice throw by Babin right there. Great protection So a tough situation right there, and the Gators execute.
And Piero's extra point is good. It's 7-0. Santa Ma, 3:18 left to go in the first. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Raising Cane's in Prairieville.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. It's 7-0. Santa Ma leading Dutchtown. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker, and we see what happened earlier last night. You have the Walker victory over Prairieville, East Ascension, Live Oak, Santa Ma, Dutchtown, Southern Lab at Denham Springs.
And some people might think, man, shouldn't Walker, they're supposed to be the favorite. Shouldn't it have been a bigger score than that? You have no earthly idea what the thought is. And, the big thing is they won the game.
And so now you have Fierro. Fierro is going to kick off for Santa Ma, and Dutchtown will receive their first kick of the night.
But when you look how good Dutchtown was defensively last year.
Yes.
I mean, they just demolished teams all the way up to the semifinals.
That's a deep kick right there. So getting back to Santa Ma, though, and what they did successful on this defense, this Chris Harrell defense, who always does a great job, that was a 4th down conversion, and they went for the home run right there, and you had the receiver, Johnson, just beat man coverage and got an easy 6.
And, you never know exactly what the deal is, but, if you are going to play that tight, man-to-man, you have to restart him or bump him or whatever, and I don't think that was ever accomplished. They were able to run right by the cornerback right there.
1st and 10 for the Gators. And Langevin gets the ball on 1st down, and he's going to get a few. About 4, maybe 5 on the carry. I think the far line judge says 4, so it's 2nd and 6. This is the first time that Dutchtown has trailed this season.
And this is, to me, this is where you find your leaders on your offense or your defense. Do you realize, we've been ahead in every game we played, So let's just see how they handle it offensively and defensively.
And 2nd down, we got a whistle. This play is going to be blown dead. It's going against the Griffins. So false start, the call. And Dutchtown moved the ball into Gator territory on their first possession of the night, but they attempted a 52-yard field goal, and it was short. And then Santa Ma responds on their second drive of the night with a touchdown pass, Cooper Babin to Timothy Johnson Jr. It's 2nd and 11 for the Griffins.
Well, you got 2 deep safeties to help out with the coverage. And so that means those 5 guys in that tackle box,
yes,
they got to make the play in the running game.
And they're going to give it to Langevin. Nice cut and close to a 1st down. Yeah. That guy's got a lot of burst right up the middle.
And, as people say, well, what's the deal there? The deal is it's 2nd and 11. You would think they would throw the ball.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen right there in that tackle box of a 4-1 right there. Was able to get blocked and picked up a 1st down yardage.
So 1st and 10 from the 30, we'll call it. Just past the 30, shotgun, looking left all the way, going deep, and it's up for grabs, and no flag, and the pass intended for Fields is incomplete. Some of the Dutchtown side thought that maybe the jersey was grabbed of the intended receiver, but no flag. It's 2nd down.
And that's Aiden Miad doing an excellent job coming over the top. You see that ball just kind of swatted away at the last second.
Yes, very good defense by the Gators, and it's 2nd down.
So let's see if we go with the 2 safeties again, see what happens. Nope, we're going to play with the 2 linebackers in the middle.
2nd down, and a run up the middle. And it's going to get a short gain, maybe about 2 or 3 on the carry, and that's Langevin again, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. So 3rd and long for the Griffins. They already trail 7-0. Got a new back coming in the backfield for the Griffins. That's Becknell. This is a big play in this game early on for the Griffins. Don't want to give Santa Maria the ball back and have them get good field position right here. And you're going to go with the inside handoff, the fake, and Becknell's not going to get it. He gains about 2. It's going to be 4th and 6, and that's a punting situation again for Dutchtown. Actually, this is the first time they punted tonight. On 4th down on the previous possession, they tried the field goal and missed.
It looked to me like Jacoby Davis was the one that made the tackle on that play, and basically it was a solo tackle. Outstanding job creating a 4th and 6 situation.
And you got Millette back to receive the punt along with Easton Humphrey. High snap. Champagne gets it off. And you got a flag that's going to go down. You had contact, and it looked like it was Millette that took out one of the Dutchtown upbacks, and you're going to get the unnecessary roughness call right there. So personal foul is going to help out.
If you look at the punting averages, you know, he was in first place, but then he lost first place by like a half of a yard this past week. But outstanding job considering how many times you think he's punted this year.
Not a lot.
They've done a heck of a job offensively. And so, you know, that kid right there, Millette, you know, you can't just unload on a defenseless player. So that's going to be a big yardage push.
Right.
And
Santa Maria would have had the ball to the 35, and that would have given them really good field position to go and try to take a 2-possession lead. Now they're back to the 20. That's tough.
Very close to not being able to get this ball off on the high snap.
Yeah, it's good that you have a punter who doubles as your quarterback, who's used to maybe sometimes handling high snaps, but he's also 6'3", so it's hard to get it over his head.
But you know the big advantage there? They got to prepare for that guy at quarterback and punter.
Yep. And so there could be a fake potentially. First down, and Babin completes another one, and a first down for the Gators, and the catch made by Mayers.
I think our fans are going to see a great game tonight because you're dealing with two pretty good defenses, it looks like. Quarterbacks on both sides are totally outstanding. And so it's going to be interesting to see. A lot of times when you're in high school, you don't take advantage of the middle of the field. And so far, Cooper Babin and Seth Babin have done that a couple of times.
Can they get the playoff? They cannot, and that's the end of the first quarter. So a successful first quarter for Santa Maria with the touchdown pass from Babin to Johnson, and it's 7-0. We're going to head to the second quarter. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
It's game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up, raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
Second quarter underway. It's 7-0. Santa Maria leading Dutchtown. Look at the game's coach from last week.
Well, you know, Dutchtown with a big win and taking a knee at the end. Very, very sportsmanlike. 49-0. Denham over EA 20-17 Walker. You see with a big win there in Santa Maria. Man, at the last second, coming up with a big victory.
And a play fake and way overthrown. And that's, I believe, intended for Johnson. It's going to fall incomplete.
So, Jeff, you're teaching at Prairieville.
That's right.
How many times have you seen Prairieville play this year?
That was the second time, I believe. No, third time.
Have you seen improvement in the play, the attitude, coaching? What's your thoughts?
I was told that last night's game was an improvement from last week against Dutchtown. As you see, a first down for the Gators right there, and that's a catch made by Connor Darr, who is in that tight end position.
And I'm telling you, this is you bring linebackers all you want in high school because nobody throws over the middle.
Right.
And Seth and Cooper got it going right here. Your Darr kid, that's a tight end, and he just probably blocks and just releases where the linebackers were.
1st and 10, close to midfield for Santamon. They've looked good tonight. Flushed from the pocket. Now dumps it in wide open and a catch downfield by number 19, Tyree Williams. And it's not enough for a first down, but it's going to get him about 7. So just forward progress downfield.
And Tyree's one that they've been missing, the first part of the year, been injured and seems to be back in. Very fast and strong and, very good running back.
Getting back to your thought about Prairieville, I was told that they played much better last night against Walker than they did against Dutchtown, and they continue to improve. You got Babin with the keeper, and he's going to go into the end zone untouched, and it's 13-0. Santamon with the lead. 46-yard touchdown for the quarterback.
I mean, you people in Dutchtown, you've seen this with the Pyron kid. It's a fake and go. And I'm going to tell you, all you have to do is take a step in the wrong way if you're a linebacker, because Cooper is, not a rocket fast, but he's fast, okay?
Yep.
And as you could see, untouched, 50 yards into the end zone right there. Outstanding play. And, the thing about it is you didn't see it the whole first quarter.
No, you did not. Extra point. They may have got a finger on it, couldn't tell, but it's good anyway. And so Santamon 14, Dutchtown nothing. 11:07 left to go before halftime. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Raising Cane's in Prairieville.
It's 14-0 Santamon over Dutchtown on a 46-yard run by Cooper Babin. We're just starting the second quarter. We have an update from another team in Ascension. Coach, what's going on there?
Well, it's you're basically in district, and East Ascension is playing Live Oak right now, and they're ahead 3-0 at the end of the first quarter.
And so the kickoff going into the end zone. It gets past Mayo. And so, Coach, who lit the fire under Santamon after the second quarter last week?
Let me just tell you, who lit the fire? Kids play this game. You could sit over there and have whoever you want calling plays offensively and defensively, but kids play this game. And I'm going to just tell you, now Dutchtown has to decide, wow, we just might have got a wake-up call right here, because their quarterback can play.
Yes.
And he can throw, and they can run and stuff like this. So let's see how they attack this.
And that's not good. And it's going to go all the way back to the 8-yard line. That's a loss of 12. That's not what you want to have happen on first down.
And I'm telling you, because he's the man. And, we've seen enough of Champagne that know that he can play and he can hum that rock. So it's going to be interesting to see, because now you're kind of in this vomit zone here where,
So we have a whistle.
We had some you could hear the Santamon coaches next door, saying we need to get a timeout. Maybe we had too many players out there. This gives Coach Janice a little bit more time to figure out just exactly what we're going to do here.
So we have this timeout break, and maybe what we can do is talk about what's going to go on next week for the Rev game of the week. And so actually, you can see on Rev, you're going to see Prairieville at East Ascension for homecoming night. Dutchtown's going to have an open date next week, and then I'm going to be out at Sanamaw for the Walker-Sanamaw game, but then you have the Livingston Parish battle on Thursday night, live up at Denham.
And people say, Thursday night, what's the deal? The whole deal is all over the state. There's a shortage of officials, and they're asking people to take a Thursday game, and that way they can cover, and a lot of the officials, and I don't think they have a problem with it, are officiating Thursday and Friday. Not many, if any, Saturday games.
Right. Dutchtown is not playing a district game, and they haven't scheduled a game to this point, so it's probably going to be an open date for them next week. And on second down, that's going to just get a couple, and so it's going to be 3rd and 20. So what do you do here? They're saying that the ball hit the ground and that Sanamaw recovered. It doesn't look like the officials agree. So it's 3rd and 20. Do you open up the playbook here, or you just want to not make a turnover, Coach?
I would say the quarterback there can probably do whatever he wants to do, whether it be with his feet or with his arms. Number 4. And let's see what the game. Here they go. We're
going to see a whistle, and we're going to see a timeout. So Dutchtown's going to call a timeout. Yes.
And I'm sure Coach Janis didn't like what he saw.
Yeah.
Or maybe they said, let's go out there and see if we can get 5 yards to help shorten this distance that we got to get.
Right.
And when they didn't jump, they called timeout. And, you're just sitting here with a 3rd and 20. And to me, the big thing here is, Sanamaw's in a big win situation. First of all, you might be able to block the punt if it gets to that. Second of all, you might be able to return the punt because I'm sure they're going to be worried about holding or restarting those people that are lined up and rushing. So, but when you have number 4, Champagne, a lot of things on the positive side can happen to you.
Down on the bottom side of the screen, you have number 8, Mayo. He is often the guy that they go to right there, but they're going to run it, and it's going to be some good yardage to help the field position right there for Langevin, but it's going to be 4th down. But it's going to, instead of 4th and 20, you got 4th and about 7.
Got out of the hole right there, and
but that's a 13-yard swing as far as the punt goes. So it's almost like getting 13 yards extra on the punt.
I think the Gators might need another player.
Let's see. Hard for me to tell. You got 4, 7, 9, 11. They have the full 11 on the field.
All right.
Champagne. Better snap this time. And he gets a good punt. And good job right there by Millette covering the blocker, but nothing really happens for Humphrey. As good coverage by the Griffin defense. So 14-0, 8:46 left to go. And Dutchtown's not used to being in this situation. And Sanamaw, they've scored on their last 2 possessions, Coach. If they can score again, they can make this a 3-possession game, and that could be tough for the Griffins.
I think the Griffins are capable of doing whatever they need to get back in this game. This is
trying to cut it outside. That's Hickerson, but number 0, Mason Miles, is going to hold them to a 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Jordan Hickerson.
So looking for the play from Coach O on the sideline. Looks like they're ready. Plenty of time on the play clock. 8:14 left to go before halftime. Sanamaw trying to go 3 for 3 on their last 3 possessions. And they've got a receiver downfield, but good coverage and not a chance. As they're trying to go to Johnson, and a late flag comes in. They're going to call the penalty perhaps against number 1, Riley.
Well, when they ran by us, we got blocked out right there. So I thought he had good coverage right there. And even in watching the replay, I'm not sure, where the interference came, but that's not our call.
Yeah, and it's tough for Dutchtown because you go from a 3rd and medium to a 1st and 10. And it looks like they're going to move it as a spot foul? No, they're going to move 15. Okay, I was about to say, why are they moving so far down the field? Both teams were moving down to about the 15-yard line where the ball was thrown, but now they move it back to the 36.
I don't know if I've ever heard the term spot foul in high school.
No,
they would
would
love that situation if you were on the offensive side.
1st and 10.
You got a little coverage,
and not much. There's a lot of traffic up the middle, and Hickerson gets a yard. So 2nd and long. $14-0. As I said earlier, Santa Maria has scored on their last 2 possessions. Have a chance to get a big lead here in the first half against the homestanding Griffins.
Okay, keep on.
14 on the play clock, plenty of time.
Trying to see what's going on defensively.
Shotgun, Hickerson, 3rd and long. It's going to be about 3rd and 7, gain of 2.
So, Jeff, you know what it looks like to me? It looks like defensively Dutchtown is kind of stiffened up a little bit here.
Dutchtown has a couple of big-time players. Lathan Riley does a great job. The cornerback number 1. The big guy is number 98, Josh Lewis, the Missouri commit. He's playing that right end position. But Santa Maria's been able to neutralize him so far here tonight.
Well, you got the linebackers coming in the A gaps here, or maybe dropping out of there. We'll see. Here they come.
Pressure, pass, picked off. Number 3, Thomas Pierce in that safety position. That ball was thrown right to him, Coach.
Yeah, Quentin Elazar right there breaking across the middle. And ball was just a little bit early or late. Good pick right there by number 3 for Dutchtown.
Yes.
That was Pierce.
Thomas Pierce.
And, Coach, how big is that play? Because Santa Maria is in a position to take a 3-score lead midway through the second quarter. That might have saved this game from getting to the point where it may be starting to get a little bit out of hand.
But I think Dutchtown, and here they line up with 3 receivers to the right. Let 2 of them stay there and 1 go deep or whatever. And
you get something interesting, you're not going to get the play.
You're going to give it to Becknell, though, and not worry about those receivers on this play. And it's going to be a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. So you get a lot of Becknell and Langevin in the backfield here tonight for Dutchtown. You got 4 receivers, 2 left and 2 right for the Griffins.
Well, neither offensive coordinator is throwing in the towel as far as the running game, and I think that's very important.
So you got Becknell, and he's going to get it, and he's going to run into a block as the defensive lineman took the center, Gaho, number 76, and blew him into the backfield.
Watch the slant right there. The guard's pulling.
Yeah. But you see I believe that was Jacoby Davis who was on Gaho who kind of blew up that play. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. And we're going to keep Becknell in there. 3 receivers right, 1 left. And it's going to be the option keeper, and that's not going to work. And you see big number 98, he's fired up. Gavin Carpenter with the play on third down.
Carpenter did a good job. I call it fake and go. And this school right here has done as good as anybody over the years with the athletic quarterbacks that they've had here of running that fake and go and getting a lot of big plays out of it.
So now Champagne will stay in for one more play. He's going to come in to punt with 4:36 left to go. Dutchtown's offense has not gone very far tonight so far, and that's a punt that's going to bounce near the sidelines and then go backwards. And it's going to go in Dutchtown territory, and they're going to say the 40-yard line. And so that's going to be about a 17-yard punt, so not his best effort. And now Santa Ma, with 4 minutes left to go before halftime, have a chance to score again.
Well, you know, the whole thing that you have to do in this game is take advantage of your situations. And so let's just see how Coach Oliver.
You're going to have the receiver take the ball, and he's going to try to throw it downfield, and that is almost picked off by Riley. And they were handing it off to Babin, who was set up as a receiver, trying to do a little trickeration right there.
I love this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not real certain where you pick these things up, but I'm going to just tell you, Dutchtown did a heck of a job covering the two receivers because everybody was kind of going across the field and then turned back in the other direction when Babin took the handoff and circled back in this direction. Good job, well executed defensively.
2nd and 10 from the 40, man in motion.
It's just that I'm getting like an extra second.
And there's a handoff and a nice hole. And good yardage by Hickerson. He's going to get close to 8. So it's going to be 3rd and short.
Right side of the offensive line, outstanding job right there. And Hickerson, outstanding job on the run. He did not give up anything and did not give up at the last second when, they got me tackled. No, he kept fighting in there and picked up a few yards, which could be a 2-down situation.
Yeah, they're going to say 7. So it's 3rd and 3 from the 33. 3:33 left to go, 3rd and 3 from the 33. I got it. Perfect. And it's a quarterback keeper, and that's blown up. And a big loss, and look at that. He's fired up. That's Highland Rentz, number 26. He blew up the play originally, then came back and made the tackle for loss.
Very good job defensively right there. What's that, 26?
Yep, Rentz.
Rentz, outstanding job right there. And Babin, no place to go, creates a 4th and 15 situation.
And after this punt, I'm going to bring up something that I talked about earlier tonight, Coach, that you may be able to give me some insight upon as we're about to get a punt from the Gators. And Lathan Riley is going back to his own 10. Great shot of Riley right there. And that is nearly blocked, and there's contact and a flag. And it's going to go maybe into the end zone, or is it going to be?
Well, it's a touchback.
It's a touchback.
But you got a penalty.
You're going to have the
back
15-yard penalty, and that looks like it's just enough for a first down if it's a personal foul. It looks like it's going to be the running into the kicker penalty, though. I did not see him indicate a personal foul. So that might be a 5-yard penalty. Let's watch the official. Yeah, no personal foul. It's the 5-yard variety, most likely. So Santa Ma will not get a first down right here. So they may assess it from the spot where Dutchtown takes possession, maybe move them back to the 15, Coach? It's possible.
Yeah, and it was a touchback, so it would basically, if they I'm going to say 15. That sounds about right. 15-yard
That's
line.
what they're doing. They're marking it on to 15. So, Coach, if Dutchtown can move down the field with 2:29 left to go, this is what I was talking about with the strategy at the with winning the toss and deferring, because if they can go 229, get some points on the board right here, they can make it 14-3, 14-7. Then you get the ball back to start the second half.
That's huge. You know, they talk about momentum and stuff like this, but, you know, it is a little crazy, some of the things that have to happen.
Screen set up, and Becknell downfield, lots of room to the 40 and beyond. First down, Griffins, and a flag on the play. This may come back. I hear the Santa Maria coaches next door saying there's a hold, so let's see if that's what they call.
I thought that play was very well executed.
Yes.
I thought if holding was called, it was holding, but the quarterback, outstanding job of buying that time and, you know, getting that ball off. And you see the Gators saying it's against them. And
illegal use of the hands is what was called.
I'm going to tell you what, when you look at that play, Jeff.
Yes.
I mean, just very well executed.
And the penalty occurred 12 yards downfield. So they had the first down. So now it's second down and 8.
They could have had a lot more than a first down.
Yep. It was about a 28-yard pass and run. Now 2:18 left to go. That's a bad break for Dutchtown because they had the ball in good field position and a first down. So it's actually marked first down and 8. 2:18 left to go. 14-0 Gators. And a deep pass downfield and just misses the slant to Mayo, number 8.
Well, when you see that pass, I mean, Champine's got a heck of a – both quarterbacks got heck of arms.
Right.
And when you can throw it on the line right there.
Some confusion on Santa Maria's defense, and they try to take advantage of it, and it's dropped. Tough break for the Griffins because they had some confusion on the Santa Maria defense. Players were trying to figure out if they were coming in or coming out, and everybody was out of position. They tried to do that little quick inside bubble screen, but it was dropped. Third and 8. Dutchtown's just struggling here. They haven't moved the ball very far on any drive so far tonight. Champagne downfield, and again had it in the hands in the deep post. And I believe that time they're trying to go to Fields. And it's incomplete. That was the same thing they tried earlier, that little post pattern to midfield, but he was able to get his hands on it.
Well, you know, I mean, but the ball is you know, for both quarterbacks, it's pretty close to being very nicely thrown. All right, so here you go. Man, that was like 20 seconds for 5 plays or whatever with the the penalties and the incompletions right here. And so you got a chance at, you know, returning from the 50-yard line.
And he gets a better punt this time, but it's still a little short, and it's going to get past the 40-yard line. That's Humphrey.
I know, Jeff, we worked enough. I love it when the kids catch a punt, whether it's fair catch or they return it. Do not let that ball hit the ground. So far, great job by everybody tonight.
Right, that ball hits the ground, and that's probably taken about 15 yards further in the other direction. And we were talking about how Dutchtown had a chance for a 1-and-1 right there at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half. Now Santa Maria's got more than enough time to add points to the scoreboard.
And we have, 3 timeouts apiece?
I believe they both called 1 timeout, so there should be 2 timeouts remaining. Santa Maria did call a defensive timeout earlier. And I believe a couple of plays later, Dutchtown called a offensive timeout on the same possession. That's a 2-yard carry right there on first down. It's second down and 8. Almost 7.
Second and about 7.
And the clock continues to run. 1:20 left to go. And it's a keeper by Babin, and this time you see big 98, Lewis, going in there making the tackle, along with 99, Oluwade.
Well, Lewis probably said, you fooled me once here, and that's not going to happen again. Got a timeout by the Gators.
Yes, so the Gators, by my account, should have one timeout left. You got just over a minute left to go here in the first half. Dutchtown gets the ball to start the second half. So this is really critical right here for Dutchtown to make stops on third and probably fourth down, because you would think they would probably go for it based on the time and the position on the field.
And, you just kind of wonder, as the faking go, is that a dead play for the Gators now? It hadn't got much after, right. Since maybe need to cool off of that for a little while, get your running backs involved, get involved in the passing game.
Well, you got two opportunities right here. If you don't get it on third down, you got a chance on fourth down. And it's a fake and high, but that was a first down, but it was just over the head of Caven Taylor, fourth down.
Caven Taylor, one of your better receivers right there, and you got your RPO. Good job by the running back carrying out the fake. A little too high on the pass.
So they're going to let it run down a little bit. Now they're going to call their third timeout. And maybe we can take this opportunity to talk about what's going on at halftime. We should get an interview with Dutchtown principal Barry Whittington in his first year at Dutchtown High School, and a performance from the Dutchtown Sound. They are going to be performing their showcase performance here, I believe, at the half. Santa Ma's band has also traveled out here tonight, and they are going to take care of things.
Well, that's, you got cheerleaders for both teams. Every type of activity that's involved in athletics is all a part of, everything that goes on.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see if they perform maybe after the game, or they just stay out in the bleachers here tonight. Update from Live Oak. They've scored 14 in the second quarter. They now lead East Ascension 14-3 in the second. And we got more time to talk about that maybe because you saw maybe the defensive coordinator, Chris Harrell, running onto the field, calling timeout. So they wanted to see what kind of, I presume, offensive set the offense was going to come in and then make their adjustments after that.
All part of good coaching right there by both guys.
So Santa Ma has traveled very well tonight. Lots of fans, and they have lots of people on the visitor side around the track. And so you would expect them to travel well. I mean, it's not a very long trip, just across the airline.
Well, and I'm sure they saw each other all summer. It's 7-on-7.
So now fourth down.
Now we got an empty backfield right here.
Man in motion. Now he's in the backfield. Babin looking right, fade, up for grabs, contact, and it is caught near the end zone and a touchdown.
What a throw, what a catch.
Quentin Elisar with the touchdown reception for the Gators.
And those two guys go way back to the old Galvez days. Nice job executing right there, and the throw is right in the pocket right there. Very, very well executed by the Gators. And look, the Dutchtown, I'm telling you, they're right there. But what happens in this situation, these quarterbacks are so good right there. You got to do something maybe a little bit as far as holding up at the line of scrimmage or whatever.
21-0, Santa Maria with the lead. 48 seconds left to go before halftime. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Cotta Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Hollis Orthodontics.
Santa Maria having fun so far here tonight. In the rain now, you can see the rain falling again. You can see it kind of under the lights over there. So just a little bit misty, so to speak. And so now Santa Maria has a chance to go into the half with a 3-possession lead if they can keep Dutchtown from scoring in the final 48 seconds of this.
And I'm going to tell you what, Jeff, 48 seconds seems like forever sometimes. You know, you cannot relax, whether you're getting the ball or you're kicking the ball. You know, and just as easy as Santa Maria scored a couple of times, Dutchtown could easily do the same thing.
And it's taken by an up back at the 21. And just kind of dancing around, not getting much, is Maddox Woodward. He is a running back for the Griffins. And so they have the ball at about the 26-27 line. So 40 seconds, and they are going to try to get into scoring position here at the end of the first half. And like I said, they had the ball to start the second half, so they have a chance to get maybe 2 scores, definitely a shot at 1 score before Santa Maria gets the ball back.
Well, you know, that and even a field goal is a score, you know. So it should be, just try to get the ball in the end zone.
Quick pass to Mayo, and he gets through the first wave. Out of bounds. Good play on first down for the Griffins to about the 43. So that ran 7 seconds off the clock. Very efficient. So now Dutchtown from the 43. Champagne shotgun looking right. Slant complete again to Mayo, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. And then he's thrown down by Humphrey. And it's going to run 24-23. They have to hurry. Second down and 3. 17. And it gets away from Champagne, but he gets a good bounce. And now he can throw downfield, and he just gets rid of it with 11 seconds left to go. So he did a good job. He got a fortunate bounce right there because that could have been a disaster, Coach. So now it's 3rd and 5. They're talking over something.
Well, they had a little extracurricular activity right here at the end.
There is a flag.
Not real certain just exactly if it's going to go one way or both ways, but the officials were right there.
So now Dutchtown is in a position to maybe get something downfield, and it's going to be a foul against Dutchtown. So I guess I spoke too soon. So now Dutchtown really isn't even in a Hail Mary kind of situation. So head slap may have been what happened here. Good eagle eye from Coach Swack.
I saw the penalty flag go up. I mean,
Three receivers right, 1 left.
Well, I don't know if you would run a screen right here with just 10 seconds.
They're going to do a quick pass caught by Owen Fletcher, and that's not for much. In 4 seconds, clock is stopped. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. So
incomplete pass.
So they're trying to get it to Fletcher.
This right here will more than likely be the last play of the game. Tell me this: would you like to just throw it down there deep?
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
so.
You got some deep participants.
Well, they're going to choose
on defense.
It looks like they're choosing to punt. Coach, this has been an extremely impressive first half of the Gators. And the punt on the final play. They're just going to let it roll, but it goes out of bounds. Clock is going to 0, though.
You know, these are things that I look at. Good coaching right here. Number one, go ahead and punt. Number two, do not field this with 4 seconds left in the game. You know, you have that situation, you might be having to kick a field goal or something like this.
Right. So it's 21-0, and Santa Ma's got to be happy with that. We're going to go to a break, and then we'll get the Dutchtown sound. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
It's game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up, raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Title.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Drum majors, is your band ready? Dutchtown Sound, you may enter the field to perform your competition show.
All is not well in Barbie land. Turned old and lost their sparkle. All the Barbies have turned old and lost their sparkle. Will they be able to reverse time? Help. Find their younger self. Find their younger self.
the Griffin girls. So the Dutchtown Sound, with their performance, they are going to perform again with the assistance of the Griffin girls. So they're going to switch out and take care of that. So while that's going on, we're going to take it down to the field with an interview with principal at Dutchtown High School.
Hi, my name is Amber Jagno. I'm joined here with the principal of Dutchtown High School, Mr. Barry Whittington. So many people have been noticing a lack of overalls in the student section and more of hard hats and purple shirts. So can you tell me how you felt the overall shift of the student section has occurred since we moved on from an all-boys group called the Big Brothers onto a more diverse group called the Flight Crew?
We thought it was really important for all of our seniors to be able to have an opportunity to show their school spirit. We also wanted to make sure that the section leaders were exemplifying what we wanted Dutchtown to look like in our community. And I think that we've accomplished that this year.
And how do you think being a student athlete at Dutchtown helps promote academic success?
I believe that academics and athletics go hand in hand. I think athletics are a tool to enhance the student academic experience. We have a lot of athletes on our campus, and I think that on the field they excel as well as in the classroom. So we will try to get as many kids involved as possible.
And can you talk to me about how your role as principal is important in fostering a sense of school spirit at Dutchtown?
My senior year was the first year that Dutchtown opened. I graduated from East Extension, but it was my first year. My last year at EA was the first year at this school. So some of the people that graduated with me were, from freshman to junior year and then senior year, they came here. So I feel somewhat of a commitment to this school to make sure that we have the traditions and the things like that, so that y'all's experience is what I had in high school.
And what is your favorite tradition at Dutchtown High School?
My favorite tradition at Dutchtown High School, I love whenever y'all sing All I Want for Christmas Is You during the football game. It's my favorite part.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Whittington, for joining me. This is Amber Jagno.
The Dutchtown Sound and the Griffin Girls. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's performance. Color Guard captains are Brianna Johnson, Julian Orgeron, Annalise Ryan, Shanna Johnson, and Rachel Dixon. Griffin Girl sponsor is Kobe Landry. Senior Griffin Girl leaders are Captain Addison Email, co-captains Allie Kibb and Sydney Kane. Junior officers Olivia Sidall, London Lott, and London Geisler.
Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete change-out and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Welcome back. It's 21-0 Santa Maria leading Dutchtown. We're going to take a short break and temporarily stop the broadcast, and then we'll come right back with the second half. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program: Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Raising Cane's in Prairieville.
First and goal, Griffins.
We're back live on the Rev Game of the Week, and Dutchtown is driving into the red zone, and it's first and goal. 9:37 left to go in the third quarter. Our score, Santa Maria 21, Dutchtown nothing. Champagne with the handoff up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. And Dutchtown's alive, 21-6. So we're able to get back on air just in time, Coach.
Champagne made a throw that looked like it got off the ground maybe 15 yards, and I mean it was right on target for about a 45-yard gain. And it was going to be this was a question that they had to answer. Dutchtown offensively and defensively, what are we going to do to get back in this game? And that question evidently came true so far.
And so now our score with 9:32 left to go in the third quarter is Dutchtown trailing Santa Maria by a score of 21-7, but that was the most impressive drive of the night so far for the Griffins, and now the defense is going to have to make a stand. And we'll see if they do that as we're getting ready for the kickoff, as Roussel is going to handle the duties. And this is the first time that Santa Maria's received the kickoff since the opening kickoff. It looks like the rain has pretty much stopped. There's been maybe a light mist, but it's hard to see much rain right now.
And no lightning in the area, so the game goes on.
So kickoff coming, and it goes through the end zone. So Santa Maria, they had a very, very impressive first half, taking the 21-0 lead, as Cooper Babbitt had a really good first half, Coach. He had one touchdown on the ground, and he had two through the air.
And, defensively, Coach Dykes' defense really showed up and answered the question, did not allow them, if they made a big play, Dutchtown did, they were able to slow them down the next couple of plays and keep them from getting in the end zone. So this second half may be a completely different game. We'll see.
Babin at quarterback. And the snap and the run, a little bit of room. Gets about 3 or 4. And so that's going to be Hickerson on the carry. He gets 3, so it's 2nd down and 7 for the Gators. Again, we are about 3 minutes into the second half. 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. Santa Maria with the 2-possession lead over Dutchtown. Got one receiver on the right, 2 to the left. Man in the backfield. Hickerson gets it. It's going to be 3rd and about medium, 3rd and about 6. So this is a big play for Dutchtown's defense. If they can get the 3 and out and get the ball back, they can get some points on the board. It could be a one-possession ball game just like that.
And it could be definite defense difference maker.
So let's see what happens. Now you're going to get the left hash with the 3 receivers to the right now. 1 to the left. Looking left, throwing deep downfield and incomplete. Taylor got his hands on it, but it was thrown a little bit behind him. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and Dutchtown makes a stop. And that gives them the ball back with a chance to maybe get more points. So the third quarter, Dutchtown's come out fighting. And now the offense will get a chance to get their second possession of this second half. Good snap, pressure, gets it away. Fair catch. Dutchtown has good field position at the 43-yard line after the fair catch by Lathan Riley.
I think it was important for Santa Monica to get some first downs right there, maybe make a big play, and it didn't happen, and basically they're getting the ball back to Dutchtown towards the middle of the field.
So the first half, Coach, we talked about it a lot. It was all Santa Monica. They dominated this game on offense and defense. Dutchtown answered with a 90-yard drive. To kind of tell you what happened, the opening kickoff for the second half, the Dutchtown returner slipped at the 10-yard line, so they had bad field position. They completed a deep pass downfield to the post that you were talking about to Mayo. Then Mayo caught another ball, got him into the red zone, and then Becknell scored. And this is Becknell again. And he was the second guy in the backfield here today behind Langevin, but he has been doing a good job here in the second half.
Becknell gets about 7.
So Becknell picks up about 7. So he is right near midfield, just shy of midfield. So second down and 3 for the Griffins. Fake. Up the middle, wide open, and it's caught by Mayo. And if Coach, he got that in stride, it would be 21-14 right now.
In stride, and I could just tell you right there, a major screw up. Thought he had help behind him. It had no help there. But
Mayo made a good adjustment there, though.
Yeah, I would have to say that basically your quarterback looked at it and said, let me just complete this pass, and that's exactly what he did.
This is Becknell. He gets about 3 or 4. So, Coach, you hear about this all the time, and you're a coach, so tell me about it. You always hear the word adjustment in the second half. What has Dutchtown's offense done to change things up?
I think the adjustment was attitude.
Maybe so. They look like they have an attitude adjustment. They look like they got a fire lit under them. Somebody might have got chewed out at halftime. And so the pass is incomplete, and it looks like the nearest player was one of the Gators, number 40, Camden Klucher. So let's look at the replay and see what happened. Yeah, it was behind the receiver heading.
And don't forget this, Jeff, that basically Mike Janis had a couple of nice screen passes that either the little slip screen or just the old-fashioned screen plays that were pretty productive for him in the first half.
Becknell, that's close. It's either 1st and 10 or 4th and inches. And I'm not going to call it because I never get it right.
Gets 7.
It looks like 4th and short according to Ted Babin, so I'm going to go with him. So it's 4th and 1. This is a go-for-it situation with 6:10 left to go in the third quarter. It's not urgent, but a touchdown can make it a one-possession game. Clock at 12 on the play clock. Champagne. First down. And that's Langevin and a late flag. Let's see what they call. Is this going to be a hold, Coach? You talked about it. That's where the flag often comes from, where you call holding.
The umpire right there. I didn't see the holding, though, but...
Let's see. Looking for it. Face mask against the Gators. It's going to count. First and goal for the Griffins. This game is taking a 180-degree turn, Coach.
Very much so.
First and goal.
It's going to be interesting to see just what Dutchtown does here and how the Gators react.
Touchdown, Griffins. That's how they reacted right there, Coach.
That's last year they had that championship kind of attitude all the way to the semifinals.
Right. I was waiting to see if he held on to that ball. You saw how it slipped out his hands as he crossed the end zone? That was Langevin. He was able to hold on to it. So it's a touchdown for the Griffins. So extra point is good. It's 21-14. We're going to break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins sports medicine program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Cotta Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Hollis Orthodontics.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you. It's 21-14, and what looked like an easy game for Sandoval in the first half, leading 21-0 at halftime. Dutchtown has fought back, and it's a one-possession game, Coach.
And they look like exactly how they've looked the last couple of years as being a dominating team, and they got after it. And they've been able to answer the bell, and the Gators have it. So let's just see what happens getting that ball back to start this next drive.
And that's back toward the end zone. And did it get out of bounds, or did it get through the end zone? Hard to tell. So we'll wait and see. While we're waiting to see, let's look at the schedule for the next couple of weeks on the Rev Game of the Week. You guys will be at East Ascension for the Prairieville game, homecoming for EA. I'll be over at Sandoval for Sandoval Walker. Then you got the big one in 2 weeks, Sandoval EA plus Denham Springs at Dutchtown.
Yeah, this is basically the thick of the lineup right here, and see just exactly what happens as the Gators prepare to start their next drive.
So they're going to say it went out of bounds, so it's going to be possession on the 35. And Babin with the fake pressure now as Big Olawade comes at him, but he gets away and pass, he just gets rid of it downfield. So smart, probably, right? Getting rid of that football and just not trying to force one in.
He threw it towards a player,
and
he threw it out of bounds. So basically, the play was designed to throw an out route over here into the Dutchtown sideline, and that didn't work. Cooper extended the play and threw the ball out of bounds, making a 2nd and 10 situation.
But that was probably the wiser choice. What I was trying to refer to is no turnover on that play.
Definitely.
And there's a handoff. Broken tackle, good run by Tyree Williams. And he's going to get at least 5. It's going to be 3rd. And we can call that 3. 3rd and 3 at the 42-yard line. He's got to get past the 45.
Probably an extremely huge play right here, Jeff.
Yep. I believe that's Williams in the backfield again with Babin. And it's going to be Williams. He's not going to get it 4th down. Back-to-back possible 3 and outs here, Coach. Dutchtown's defense couldn't figure out Babin and the Santa Maria offense
Looked
in the
like
first
no
half.
gain on the play also.
Yeah, they couldn't figure them out in the first half, but it looks like they figured them out here in the second half.
Well, the passing game has been huge. Basically for Santa Maria in the first half, and so far in the second half, Dutchtown. So it's going to be interesting to see, if the Gators can get the passing game back involved.
Riley, line drive away from him. Will he pick it up? Yes, he does at the 13, and he's got lots of room. He made the right choice there, Coach. You talk about being able to pick up the ball, and he got 20 positive yards out of that.
Good job of punting that thing away from the return guy and able to run him out of bounds.
So where are they going to put the football? They're going to put it at the 29. I guess that's where they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And it looked like Champagne has played a lot better in this second half. He's connected with his receivers. You really like his really sharp line drive throws.
I think both teams are very equal when it comes to the passing game. As far as protection, nice coverage, nice routes, completions.
Shotgun, and they're going to give it to Becknell. Gets past the 30-yard line. You were looking at a receiver downfield there, Coach.
Well, this is RPO.
Yep.
Hands the ball off, and he fakes the throw to the, looks like the tight end just kind of jogging down the field.
Yeah, and that guy, 85, it was Zach Dotter. He looked like he could have gotten a lot of yards on that play if they would have gone to him. It's 2nd and 7. And it's a quick pass, Mayo, and that's a good defensive play right there by number 31. Or make that number 21.
Now watch this, Jeff. This is a hard thing all the way up to the NFL to get those receivers to block. And in most cases, that receiver that's out there is bigger than the defensive back.
Yep. It's a good play.
3rd and 9 situation.
So this is a position where Santa Maria can make a stand.
Remember in this situation, he had that, you bringing a tackle over here.
And they're going to do that little misdirection. And that's Langevin, and it's 4th down and 1.
Well, they brought the tackle over, and they pulled the right guard, right tackle. And nice little open right there on the trap.
And they're going for it. This is where you have the punter who is also the quarterback. And he's going to line up in the shotgun and not from the punt formation. And they're going to go quickly. 1st down, Griffins. And the Dutchtown side, which was angry, I guess, in the first half at the performance of the team, they're very happy with what they see here in the second half.
They have it going right now. And so they've done a good job as far as not mixing up the pass. They're just mixing up some different runs and having some success with it.
1st and 10, 42-yard line. And they're just running it right up the middle and trying to assert their dominance with Hedden in the backfield right there. He's going to pick up at least 4, I think. It's going to be about 2nd and 6.
It's about 3 to the 35 yards.
So that's a sophomore running back, Carter Hedden. He also kind of splits time at tight end. We're now approaching 1 minute left to go in the third quarter, a third quarter where Dutchtown has fought back and they have gotten themselves back in this ball game. They still trail 21-14. And they're going to go, and looks like Mayo slipped as he was trying to come back for the ball. But this turf and all the rain that we've had here today, it's going to make it hard.
I thought it was a very good route. You hook up at about 10 yards. You've been running down the field or sprinting down the field on vertical routes. and the throw was just a little bit behind that receiver.
3rd and 6, maybe we can call it 7. So it's Champagne heading in the backfield, heading in motion now. And they're going to go up the middle, wide open. And that was that play we were talking about earlier, Coach, with the tight end right up the middle. I think that's Dotter. And that's the one you were kind of putting in, kind of making a note of earlier.
And I just sit there and I look at that tight end releasing up the middle. You got 2 safeties there, and you fake. They're backpedaling a little bit, and you just release it real quick before it gets too deep.
First down, heading. And he gets some good yardage on first down, about 3, maybe actually going to say 5 now, on what might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What I want to talk about, maybe we saw this last year with that tight end. They like that seam route, Coach Janis, the offensive coordinator. Last year they had that big guy, Dylan DeSherry, who's signed with, I believe it was Louisiana Lafayette, as we're going to get down to the final play of the 3rd quarter. If they get it off, they do. And it's going to be Langevin pushing ahead, close to another first down. That's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So a good 3rd quarter for Dutchtown. They fight back, and that was 21-14 Santa Ma. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Raising Cane's in Prairieville.
4th quarter about to begin. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you at Griffin Field in Geismar. Santa Ma, the visitors, lead Dutchtown 21-14 as we go into the 4th quarter. And so, Coach, what did Dutchtown do to get back in this ball game?
I think all they did was just something very, very simple. They executed just well enough to be able to do some things in the run game and make some big plays in the passing game. Now, the one thing that I think Dutchtown has to do is they have to continue to put the pressure on offensively and defensively, because I don't think that Santa Ma has yet to get it going offensively and defensively here in the second half, and now we're going into the 4th quarter. So that remains to be seen, just exactly what happens.
This is a really important game as far as district goes, because if Dutchtown wins, they are 2-0 in district, and they have a collision course possibly with Walker. This is the first game in district for Santa Ma, as it looks like the running back, or excuse me, the receiver on the reverse, that is Mayo, is going to be the recipient of a face mask call on the reverse. I think that's a no-brainer right there, as 2 flags are in the backfield. And so that's a break for Dutchtown.
No doubt about that.
So getting back to what I was saying here, if Dutchtown can come back and win this game, they're 2-0 in district. And that will get them possibly a game with Walker down the road for a district title. On the Santa Ma side, this is their first district game. So if they can win, they're going to be unbeaten in district, and they're going to have a chance to make some noise and maybe win a district title. Remember, these 2 teams last year shared district in a 3-way tie with Walker.
That's right. Good call right there.
So this is a very important game for both teams. 1st and 10. And Champagne keeps it, and one man to beat, and he does not, as number 9 makes the last ditch tackle, Easton Humphrey.
And, if you're watching this game, you're probably thinking that Dutchtown's ahead right now.
No.
And they're not ahead right now.
No, they're trying to tie this game. That's how dominant Santa Ma was in the first half.
So, you see these linebackers that are coming. It would surprise me one bit if you have the low dump pass or a slant.
And there it is. Oh, and Dotter had it.
You know, I would refer to that in the coaching ranks as stealing. Just to not get it done.
If Dutchtown doesn't get in the end zone on this drive, or if they wind up losing this game, that's the play that you're going to look at right there, maybe, because that was an easy touchdown, but just a little hot on the pass.
And you might be 2 down territory.
It's 3rd and 6 right now, maybe 3rd and 5, and it's Langevin, and they don't have to worry. No, the ball's on the ground. They don't have to worry about the first down. They were able to get the first down, but the ball is on the ground, and who has it?
And replay, get the crowd.
I think the Gators have it. Look at that, Coach. The Gators have the ball. And they did not say he got into the end zone. It looked like he was going to cruise into the end zone, was pulled down from behind at the end zone. And you don't have a replay to look at it. They're going to rule it Santa possession on the 1-foot line. How close is that, Coach? And now that play, that touchdown pass, that wasn't. Look at that.
There's a lot of this is a crazy game right here. Not this game, the game of football.
Yes.
It's just unbelievable how close you are. And now this is crucial right here. You can't get caught for a safety.
Right.
You got to get out at first down. You can't punt from the back of the end zone.
Mm-hmm. They're going to go out of the shotgun because that's what they do. And Babin is just going to get rid of it. Is there a receiver in the area? It looks like there is.
Well, you know, they basically had a short route and a long route, and he kind of threw it mainly towards the longer route but out of bounds.
Coach, that's what they do, is run that shotgun all the time. In a situation like that where you just need a yard, do you ever think about going behind center, or you just do what you got?
I have a little different philosophy. You know, somebody asked me, why don't you put another back there? I do. I have a quarterback and a running back.
And they're going to stay in that. And flirting with it. And it looked like that was a direct snap to number 6, Dar. That's what it was. So that was not Babin in the backfield. So they just go with instead of going with the quarterback in the back, they just went with the back.
And I think the quarterback went in motion, so maybe you chase that guy, but.
Yeah, and this is Dar again, and it's over his head, and it's a safety. But Coach, you don't really practice under center, so you got to do the shotgun right there, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm not real certain why Dar was at quarterback.
Okay, in replay. I'm just making sure you
That's wild though, because he's probably not used to that, as the primary guy who gets the shotgun snap is going to be Babin.
I'm on 1.
And if it goes over his head or goes to his side a little bit, that's what happens. So now all of a sudden it's 21-16. So Dutchtown did get points out of that drive into the red zone.
Got points, and so this is going to be a free kick, which means you could punt it or kick it like a regular kickoff from the 20-yard line.
And so it's been a tale of two halves, Coach. Santa Ma won the first half 21-0. So far in the second half, Dutchtown's won 16-0.
You would think with fumbling that ball, on the 1-foot line, that gave Santa Ma some life and maybe burst the bubble there for Dutchtown. No, not even close. It's amazing how Santa Ma just did not get anything out of that possession right there, where you had basically a safety on the play.
Lathan Riley is way back.
Yeah, just keep the ball in the kicker.
So, I mean, look at you guys at the 35-yard line. They got one guy. I don't know why you would get at the 10-yard line, 15-yard line.
This is Jace Piero to kick. And I guess to get that running start, maybe. And you get to the 40, you get to the 50, one man to beat. He's going to score, and Dutchtown's going to take the lead. No flags, and that is Mayo with the touchdown.
Mayo right there, basically untouched, running right down the middle of the pipe. Did a very good job of coming up and catching the ball in the air and got after it right there for the easy score right down the middle.
This has been a wild game, Coach. First half, all Santa Maria. Second half, all Dutchtown. And with the help of the safety and the safety kick, Dutchtown has scored 8 points.
So they should be going for 2 right here.
They've scored 8 points in the last 20 seconds. And they would possibly go for 2 right here because that would make it a 3-point game. A 1-point conversion doesn't do anything except for maybe a safety.
Okay, stand by.
So we're going to take a timeout, but we're going to keep it here with them, and we will turn now to Coach Swack's look at the top 10 in 5A. Or actually, let's go to your other favorite part. Let's go to the middle schools.
Middle school season's about halfway done, and it's really exciting right here. You know, yesterday Galvez over Dutchtown, big rivalry game there, and then Prairieville was losing 20-0 and came back to beat Gonzales. Bluff over Central, Laurie over Santa Maria, and Lake had the bye.
So, what have we seen in the middle school season so far? Who are the teams that have looked the best?
This is what I say. You know, these are your feeder schools.
Yeah.
Coming to your high school, okay? Mm-hmm. And I keep telling people that, you know, said, well, I can remember when Dutchtown started out, they were horrible, and then all of a sudden Lacey and a number of players came in, and they became very, very good all of a sudden. So I see this Prairieville has a chance with Galvez and Prairieville, 2 undefeated teams.
And there's Langevin, walks in the end zone. That was an easy 2-point conversion right there.
That was way too easy.
Yes, it's 24-21, and we're going to break now. Dutchtown with the lead. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Advantage Physical Therapy, Cotta Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Hollis Orthodontics.
Welcome back, and for the first time tonight, with less than 10 minutes left to go, Santa Maria has taken the lead over at Live Oak. East Ascension's trying to get the lead back. Well, they now trail 14-11.
Santa Maria has not taken the lead. You know, they are losing right now to Dutchtown.
So Dutchtown has their first lead of the night. So first half, 21 unanswered by Santa Maria. In the second half, 24 unanswered by Dutchtown.
2 completely different games, but there's still time left.
And there's a kick taken. That's Caven Taylor who snuck up there. And a good tackle by Rentz at the 38-yard line. And, you know, Coach, there have been some great Santa Maria Dutchtown games over the years. Some of them weren't great, but there have been a lot of great ones. And when you talk about the greatest Santa Maria Dutchtown games, you got to talk about the 5 overtime game. And this is not the 5 overtime game level, but this might be as good as any other game.
That was tremendous. A lot of fun for high school football. Maybe it didn't work out. I think Dutchtown ended up winning.
Yeah.
But
you got Babin on first down here. And he scrambles. Now he's going to keep it. And not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Look at big number 15 right there from his linebacker spot. Brandon Smith with the tackle.
Well, and you're running around here trying to extend the play, but after a while you're getting a little pressure, getting a little heat, and basically there's nothing that you could do to create a play for your team.
Second down and 11. Dutchtown trying to go 2-0 in district.
So this is where Dutchtown is able to, with that four-man front.
And look at that. That's Mason Miles, number 0, tackling Hickerson in the backfield. This is an entirely different, a very inspired Dutchtown team in the second half. I want to know what the speech was at halftime, because I need to give that to my students in my history class. Because we have exams next week, and I need them to do a good job. Third down and 12. Man in motion. Shotgun. Looking right. Downfield, double coverage over the outstretched arms of the intended receiver, Timothy Johnson Jr., and it's fourth down. Santa Maria still can't get anything going on offense here in the second half.
And it's all, to me, it's not necessarily just a long pass, even though that really looks really nice.
Yes, he's got a great arm.
These intermediate passes that Santa Maria, and I'm not sure how many yards Cooper Babbitt passed for in the first half, but
he had a great first half. And there's Riley taking it on the bounce. And you like to see that. And that's number 6, Dar, with the tackle on special teams. Good replay view right here, right in front of our camera operator. And now Dutchtown's in a position for the first time tonight with the lead and the football.
8 minutes.
And they're in a position where they need to maybe run a little clock here. Definitely you're trying to get points on the board, but also you might want to waste a little clock if you get a chance to do that too.
And I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to be sharp, because basically you're down by 3, right? Is that what the...
Santa Maria's down by 3, and they have all 3 timeouts. First and 10. And outside, Langevin, not much. Good defensive play there by the Gators. So clock runs, and you expect them to probably do a lot of ground and pound right here.
Don't forget, screen pass was very good for him. Didn't make a big play on it, but it was very good for him. And that little release on the dump to the tight end.
Right, that little quick seam. It's worked good here in the second half. And it's 3rd and long. And look at the Santa Maria defense.
It looked like they were trying to break back over the right side. And Gator defense, let's check it out right here. Good job of penetration right there in the backfield.
Number 88, Gavin Aber.
Good job right there as far as not allowing that running back to. Big play right here, 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, and they're going to look to the sideline for a little assistance. And they're going to go with the pass. He eludes the coverage, and it's incomplete as he just tried to get rid of it. And you saw number 24 there on the coverage, the DJ Schonberg. And if that ball would have stayed in bounds, he might have had a pick 6.
Well, so this kind of tells me, Jeff, Santa Maria hasn't given up.
No, not even close.
And 6.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
You don't have to waste a lot of time. get that score, get your defense,
and
back out there.
Dutchtown only wasted a minute of time. And this is a great punt, best punt of the night. And it gets away, Coach. How you feeling about that?
Not feeling very good at all.
Yeah, that's tough for the Gators.
That right there might have been the MVP play of the game by your quarterback / punter.
Yep.
One of your best ones in the area. Champagne did a great job right there. And look, it's amazing. When the ball bounces on this turf, that right there had to have gone, 65 yards?
Just about. If Santa Maria can't do anything here and they wind up losing, that might be one of the big plays of the night. And good job as Tyree Williams is escorted out of bounds by Rentz and Miles for the Griffins. 6:04 left to go. We are just about halfway through this final quarter. Santa Maria has not scored a point in this second half. If they can score on offense, whether we're talking about a field goal or a touchdown, they can either take the lead or go to overtime. So this is maybe the drive of the night for the Gators. 88 yards away, and they have half the quarter to get there. One of the classic Santa Maria Dutchtown matchups. And that is low, and that's a shame because you had your receiver right there open, Mayers.
Reed Mayer right there.
So now it's 3rd down and 11. I may be incorrect, but I think that Santa Maria does not have a first down in the second half.
Not sure on that one.
If
I know
they
one
do,
thing,
it may be one.
They haven't scored any points, and that's what's the most important thing.
Yep. Quarterback Babin. Pressure. And he hits the ground. And guess who that is? That's the Missouri Tiger future player, Josh Lewis, with the sack. Or is it an incomplete pass?
I think they're checking it out. I think they're spotting it right there as he was down.
Okay. So it's 4th down regardless, and so another 3 and out for the Gators.
3, get the receiver. 2, get the kicker.
Fierro is going to punt.
Well, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass now.
That's a break for the Gators.
Yes.
Stand by on 2.
Fierro punts, and he gets a good punt off. And he gets it past
on 3.
Riley, but he picks it up at the 35. That's a good job by Fierro. And if you want to say anything good about that last drive for the Gators, it only took about 15 seconds. So that means that if they can make another defensive stop, then maybe they can get the ball. And Fierro did a good job of flipping the field there a little bit.
I haven't said this name much tonight, but I'm going to say it right now. Chris Harrell has done an exceptional job with his kids here in the second half.
Yep. I think the difference is the pressure maybe is getting a little bit to Babin here in the second half.
Well, the one thing I'll say in his, not defense, but what I see, his head's still going up, looking downfield to throw the ball. And sometimes he's got time, sometimes he doesn't.
And there's a handoff. And wrestled down from behind, looks like, after a short gain. Let's look at the replay there and see who got that tackle. It's that number 26. Big play right there for the Gators, Jacoby Davis. 2nd and 9. And what's going on here? You see Guy Mistretta talking to one of the officials. He's the guy in the shorts, the head coach. He's saying what's going on here. He may be asking for some clarification, and now the clarification is that the clock is stopped because Santa Maria has called their first time out. And so what we'll do during this timeout is talk about the top 10 in Week 5 across 5A. And Ruston, the defending state champs, are number 1 in the state once again.
And I'm going to tell you, it's unreal when you go through this, who is a select school and who's a non-select school. And Ruston won the state championship.
Yep.
With the non-selects last year.
And
you say, what happened to West Monroe? They've already been beat. They're done, evidently. And so that's always a big game, those two.
Neville is another non-select team, and then Zachary, of course.
Moved up to 5A, got tired of being moved up from 4A to 5A.
Yeah. And they're doing a good job.
Catholic League is unreal with the cars and the John Curtis's and the Rummels.
2nd and 9. And Langevin loses it, and does Santa Maria get it? Who got it? I think Langevin got it back. Ooh. That would have changed everything, Coach.
That was close. And I keep saying, a 3-point game.
Oh, wow.
How did Santa Maria not get that ball? But good job there by the running back.
And now they're going to call their second timeout. And I guess since we're on the Santa Maria side right now talking about what they did to almost get that turnover on that mistake, why don't we look at what Santa Maria has coming up on the season, because they've already won one game tonight because they got the forfeit over the John F. Kennedy team that they lost to a couple of weeks ago. So that John F. Kennedy result is now a win by forfeit.
And Byrd only has 1 loss on the year, so they're very good up in the Shreveport League.
Yep.
Cecilia, of course, that game was canceled because of the hurricane.
And then next week is Walker. That's going to be a Rev game of the week. Then they travel to EA. I hear that's a pretty big game. Live Oak is homecoming. Then they go to Prairieville, and then they finish with Denham. So
good schedule right there. It ought to be very interesting, because I'm going to tell you, I just truly believe each and every week, you could win or lose a game. So you got to come out ready to go.
So Santa Maria,
you see your tight end off the wing right here.
Santa Maria has called 2 timeouts on this possession. If they can get a first down on this pass right here, and it's picked, it's going the other way. And now this is very interesting. DJ Schonberg, I talked about him on that last possession. He made that pick right there.
That right there, outstanding job defensively. But I was thinking tight end dump. Tight end dump. And they moved that tight end from one side to the other, and he looked like he crept down in there. And lo and behold, you know what he did? He blocked. So
now this game is really fun again, because Dutchtown was in a position, if they could have gotten that first down, they could have run the clock down to about 3 minutes, because Santa Maria's used 2 timeouts. Now Santa Maria doesn't even need to worry about timeouts. They're close to field goal range. Now Babin keeps it, and that's that option keeper you talked about. You were talking about being a dead play.
Yeah. It's that play, I would be very surprised. They don't need to run it again, and if they do and they have success, I'll just say I agree with you 100%. You should have ran it.
Yep. East Ascension has the lead, Coach. They're leading Live Oak 18-14 with about 2 minutes left to go in that game. EA looking for their first district win. 2nd and 10, 4:20 and counting. They're setting up the screen, and it's snuffed out very well by number 20, Chad Christie, and they only get about 3 yards.
Are the Gators close enough to try a field goal?
They have Fierro. He's 1 of 3, and his longest is 30.
And where's the ball right now?
It would be about a 50.
Never mind.
Probably not. They need to get a first down. 3:48.
And that's about 7 yards.
Got Hickerson in the backfield with Babin. Pressure and wide open and picked. Or no, it's on the ground. I thought, or was it picked? Did they get it? They're going to say it's an interception. Yes, it's Highland Rentz. And the guy who feels the worst on that play is the receiver, number 2, Timothy Johnson Jr., because he had it.
Yes.
Zach's spot, that's been the best spot other than the long passes. More consistent.
And now this has been a game of turnovers lately. I don't know if we can get that replay again, but that is going to be a big turnaround.
Well,
so let's look at it again.
Yeah, you got 3.5 minutes. Probably just took his eye off of it real quick.
And you see
that was going to be a first down.
Yeah, he had the first down. They were probably close to field goal range. And this game now, Santa Ma only has 1 timeout. I know there's 3 marked on the screen, but there's only 1 left. So you are now in a position where Dutchtown is 1 first down away from winning this game, perhaps. And there's a handoff. And they get about 3 or 4 of those on that play. And now Santa Ma will likely call their timeout.
Well, yeah, they are. Good call right there.
And so now Santa Ma is out of timeouts. Let's look at Dutchtown's schedule. They're trying to go 5-0. And they're going to be 5-0 if they can win this game. And then they're going to remain unbeaten the next week because they're not playing anybody next week at this point. And then they finish with Denham, Walker, and East Ascension. And those are all 3 good teams. And Live Oak is giving East Ascension all they want tonight. So you got 4 good games left. If you can win this tonight and you go 2-0 in district, then you're in good shape. And they're 1 first down perhaps away from getting it. They're 6 yards away from a first down. If they get it on this play, they cannot run the clock out. But if they can convert on 3rd down, they can run the clock out. And I don't think they're going to throw the ball here because of what happened last time. There's, I don't know what that was.
Well, the tight end went in motion.
Let's see. So false start. So it's 2nd and 11. That's a break for Santa Ma. Unforced errors right there.
Yeah, and maybe trying to do a little bit too much. I don't know. They undefeated, so.
Yeah. We could still be looking at overtime here, Coach, if Dutchtown can't get the first down, and now it just got a little dicier. And it's going to be 3rd and about 9.
Oh, that was amazing. That the interception, the drop ball,
the
fumble, whatever, all those little bitty things that we had happen in the last couple of minutes was made this game. Some people leaving and then going back and sit down in their the stands.
So if they get a first down right here, the game might be over. It's going to be close with the play clock. Santa Ma must stop them right here. And getting outside, he's got to get to the 29, and he's going to be at least a yard short. And looking at the spot, it looks like it's going to be about the 26 or 27, so it's going to be about 4th and a long 1, a short 2. So they did their job.
Good job by a scraping linebacker out there. I think 49, Evan Williams. Looks like he did a very good job getting over there to cut off that running back as he cut up in the hole there.
Dutchtown lined up like they're going to go for it. They'll probably at least run the clock out or play clock and maybe call a timeout at 1. Maybe see if they can draw them off sides. 3-2 on the play clock, 1 timeout, Dutchtown. And so let's kind of do a reset here, Coach, since we have a little bit of time left over. Santa Ma first half, the Cooper Babin show. Had 2 touchdown passes, and he had the touchdown run untouched from about 45 yards. Second half, Dutchtown. And what happened was it looked like Santa Ma had dodged a bullet. It was 21-14, and then Dutchtown fumbled on the 1-yard line, and Santa Ma got the ball, but then they snapped the ball errantly, and the back that was going to receive the snap lost it, went out of bounds, and it was a safety. And then the safety kick to Mayo, untouched into the end zone. And that's
well,
what changed everything.
There's no doubt a tale of 2 halves.
Yep.
And let me just tell you, you know, Dutchtown coming back with 3 scores in the second half against a pretty good defensive team in Santa Ma. You know, give them some credit for this. But as we see right here, this game is not over with yet.
Yep. It's a punt, and it's on the ground, and he just barely gets it off. And I tell you what, Dutchtown is lucky that you didn't have an all-out rush on the punter right there. So no flags on the play. Good job by Champagne. Just
I don't really know if he did this on purpose, but it looked like it. Maybe it was just because of the way the snap punt that ball out of bounds. That's exactly what he did.
So East Ascension has survived a scare from Live Oak. Final score 18-14. So congratulations to East Ascension.
Here we go. We got 3 people rushing.
Pressure. They cover it, and it's a first down. Good job on the reception by Quentin Elisar.
Elisar, nice job. That right there, to me, needs to be a pass that's thrown probably 10 times in this game.
1:15 left to go in the game. Babin, deep. Receiver's there. He's got the miss. Oh, boy, he's got the shot at it, and he lost it. Oh, my goodness. That was the game winner right there for the Gators. Caven Taylor just had it in his hands, in his grasp. Oh, no. Heartbreak for the Gators.
Oh, what a game. Mm-hmm. What a game.
Other than that 5 overtime game, this has been maybe the best Santa Ma Dutchtown game that we have witnessed.
Basically, it's to me, you got 2 totally outstanding quarterbacks in this game. And they have done some very exceptional things, and this thing's not over with right now.
Yeah. I think we're going to have maybe an injury break right here because Taylor ran through the end zone and then he kind of came down, and they're going to tend to him for a second.
They look like
no, we're going to. I think they're going to tend to him and they're going to keep him over there. But it looks like they're going to try to run some plays right here. But I know that the medical team is kind of headed to that corner of the end zone where Taylor. missed
that was right off his hands.
Yes. I thought that was a sure touchdown right there. And so it looks like we're not going to have any type of extended break right here. So maybe we'll keep it here. Let's see.
Chris Harrell's got to be going. You got to be kidding me.
He's on the field. And we are going to have the extended break while they tend to the injured player. So let's break right now. 24-21. Dutchtown, you're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program. Cypress Roofing, SEC Heating and Cooling, Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Raising Cane's in Prairieville.
So we are still awaiting the player on the Santa Ma side to go back through the end zone to the Santa Ma sideline. That's Caven Taylor, the injured Santa Ma Gator. He had a chance to make a game-winning touchdown catch.
6'2", 165 pounds, and just a junior.
Yep.
Cooper Babin says, I'll see you the rest of this season and next year.
Yep. So you got that tight receiver formation on the right side with 3. And Dutchtown's going to call a timeout. And
Chris Harrell, I'm not real certain if that was him running down the sidelines, but he was not real happy with what he saw defensively.
So this has been a wild one. I need to catch my breath here for a second. I thought that Santa Maria had the game winner, and they did not. But they still have a shot here because it's only 2nd and 10. Now, the field goal that Fierro has made this season was a 30-yarder. So that would have to be from about the 13-yard line. So they have to get into the red zone, most likely, to have a chance to get a game-tying field goal. Right now, they're at the 44-yard line, so they have to go at least 25 yards or so.
Well, like a lot of spread teams, the ball is usually on one of the hashes. You got 4 receivers.
Babin got time. Now he's rushed. And maybe a yard. And the clock is going to run. That's Dar. 52, 51. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Santa Maria has to hurry. And like I said, they need to get at least 25 yards here. And the shotgun pressure coming on the right side, and it is incomplete. And do we have any type of flag on the ground? It's hard for us to see. They're acting like there is a flag back in the behind the line of scrimmage. I see that on the Santa Maria side of the field for sure. There's 31 seconds left.
Like his waist in the center of your frame.
So we're waiting for a decision. There may have been something thrown also at the point of the catch, but I can't say that with any certainty.
Well, the officials are talking about it. That's good.
Yeah.
And of course, Cooper Babin saying, all right, let's, we're down to a 3rd down situation or 4th down.
This would bring up 4th down if the incompletion stands. So, still waiting. Now remember, Santa Maria doesn't have any timeouts left.
Keep with white hat, too. Keep with white hat.
And the decision is it's roughing the passer against the Griffins. So they got most of the yards they need via penalty with 31 seconds left and no time.
Well, it's not an automatic first down, but the yardage.
Enough, yes.
All right, what's the, we got a stop.
You got the 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Babin downfield, and it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Brody Kernan. Hard to see because the Dutchtown fans are standing straight in front of us, so we have to kind of wait for the monitor to show up here. Our view is completely obstructed. You may not be obstructed completely, but I'm definitely.
Well, I'm going straight to the monitor.
Yep.
Or basically, I'm just looking out here to see who's going to stand up and cheer.
2nd down. Pressure. Throws downfield, and it's up and incomplete. And there's a flag on the field at about the 38-yard line. So we'll wait for the flag. There's 18 seconds left to go. All the Dutchtown people that are standing in front of us and blocking our view are saying it's holding, and it's holding.
Well, all these Dutchtown people, they're officiating.
Yeah, it seems like it because the referees agreed with them that time. So now with 18 seconds left, it's going to be 2nd and 20. So they were probably about 10 yards away from field goal range. Now they're about 20 yards away from field goal range. And they have no timeouts.
And that 20 yards, no timeouts. And so let's just say you get it at 18 yards or 15 yards. That time's probably going to run off.
Perhaps. When the chains move, though, the clock stops temporarily, I believe.
Yeah, but the chains aren't going to move if you get 15 yards.
You're right. You're right because it's 20 yards to go. Good call, Coach. That's why you're the coach and I'm the announcer. Pressure, gets away, throws, and it is incomplete. 12 seconds left to go. 3rd and 20.
I tell you what, the offensive line is doing a tremendous job here.
So
I'm thinking you're throwing the ball in the end zone because of one thing.
Time?
Penalty.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And they have had some success tonight doing that.
If you're Dutchtown, do you just commit the penalty?
You got, this guy, the second guy, has to go up the middle to make sure this guy doesn't get any help here.
14 on the play clock, plenty of time for the Gators. Here comes the rush from behind, gets away, throws it towards the end zone. There's a receiver there, and he can't get it again, fingertips. So close, and 3 seconds left.
That was 4th down?
No, 3rd down. So close again.
I tell you what, I've said it just a second ago. It is like unreal what is happening with the quarterback and the offensive line. I don't think there's been a sack tonight.
Don't recall. There's 9 seconds on the play clock. The play came in a little bit late. This is it. This is the final play of the game without a penalty. All day to throw. Now he's under pressure. Now he's going to have to roll out and throw on the run. He can stop, and it goes, and he's hit from behind, and it is incomplete. And I think that Lewis got a hand on him. It may have gotten a hand on it. We may have to see on the replay, but Dutchtown wins 24-21 in a thriller.
Damn, heck of a game. Heck of a game.
Man, I'm glad I was here to see it because this is one of the best games that we've seen, one of the most exciting games we've seen in a while here on Rev. And I don't know if we can get the replay on that. I believe it was Lewis who may have come from behind and maybe got a hand on his shoulder or something that may have affected the play. Let's look and see. He's rolling out. You can. Well, I think that's the previous play, the one that was off the fingertips. So close, but on 4th down, we don't have that replay. And again, the pass was short of the end zone, and that kind of leads me to think that Lewis or another Griffin might have got a hand on his arm or his shoulder and made that ball fall short of the end zone. Regardless, Santa Maria comes back. Santa Maria up at half, 21-0. Dutchtown comes back with 24 unanswered, and they win 24-21 against Santa Maria. We're going to keep it here, and we're going to during the handshakes and everything, and some good sportsmanship there on both sides. We want to bring up while we wait that the Rev game of the week over the next 2 weeks. We're going to have 2 games next week. Prairieville is going to be at East Ascension. That's going to be homecoming night for the Spartans, and they're coming off a win. So they just got their first district win of the season, and then they're going to take on Prairieville next week for homecoming. Santa is going to try to recover from a heartbreaking loss as they take on the Walker Wildcats. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to have Santa at East Ascension and Denham Springs at Dutchtown. Now, we're going to wait and see on the Dutchtown side. Usually the teams finish with the alma mater at the end of this game, and so we'll see if the band plays them out. As you see the team meeting there at the huddle down at about the 10-yard line. And this was a nail biter as Dutchtown looked like a team that just had no chemistry and no direction there in the first half. But then in the second half, quarterback caught fire, Champagne, and they had that big play with the safety in the end zone, followed by the safety kick that was returned about 75 yards by Mayo for the game-winning touchdown.
Basically, you have a lot to learn as a team. The Gators got to play 2 halves. The Griffins over here got to play 2 halves. And I would say both teams coaches ought to be very proud of the effort that was put out there by everybody.
We have the Santa alma mater being played right now, so we'll go to that.
Yes.
You have a great moment right there with the alma mater being played for Santa and Dutchtown plays their alma mater before the opening kickoff. But you see Santa staying for the alma mater, but it's a heartbreak for them tonight.
Yes, and but it's a loss. But I will say this: both teams, they have to learn to get better because they have exceptional quarterback play, and they just need to convert that a little bit more often with some long passes, intermediate passes, and then somehow get involved in the running game. I was just totally impressed with both quarterbacks, how they fought the entire game. And didn't come out as well as Santa would like. But I'm going to tell you, next week's another game. And the job that Dutchtown did in the second half was just tremendous, led by Champagne.
And so I believe we're going to be done with this here tonight because we've seen the Santa alma mater, and like we said, the Dutchtown alma mater was played at the beginning of the broadcast during the right after the national anthem. And so we want to remind you, next week, Santa will be at home on Rev as they're going to take on Walker, and that's going to be a big district matchup game.
Gigantic.
And then you're going to be out at East Ascension, right?
Yes.
For homecoming against Prairieville. So we got some great games next week on Rev. It'll be hard to beat this one, but we're going to try. And I'm sure the teams on the field are going to try, but that's going to do it. Well, we want to thank our director, Courtney Lawrence, out here tonight. She's done a great job and worked through all the technical difficulties, and want to thank all the interns here at Dutchtown High that helped out and made this broadcast great, and, of course, all the camera operators as well. And, of course, MVP of the night, David Swacker. He's walking away. He doesn't want the recognition. I'm Jeff Porsche. That's it for the broadcast tonight. Our final score, Dutchtown 24, Santa Maria 21. You've been watching the Rev Game of the Week.